Dictators inevitably suffer the same fate. Every one of them. You live violently, you will die violently. It was as true for Mussolini in Italy as it was for Stalin in Russia, Idi Amin in Uganda, Mobutu in Congo, like Kabila, Gbagbo in Ivory Coast, Gaddafi in Libya, Mubarak in Egypt, Hitler in Germany. They always seem like deputy gods, don't they? I'm not uneasy about what happens when our dictator goes. The concern, however, is what happens when he does. Terrorism is defined as the use of fear, intimidation, and violence to achieve political means. In Syria, this type of politics is practiced by ISIS. In Pakistan and Afghanistan, Al-Qaeda. In Nigeria, Boko Haram. Kenya has Al-Shabaab. In Zimbabwe, one group uses terror as a weapon of choice to achieve political means, and that is what we are fighting against. ZANU-PF, one man wearing a suicide jacket. He is not afraid of dying, he is afraid of dying alone, so he will see to it he takes everyone with. But what are we fighting for? Are we not at high risk of removing one man and replacing with the same? Viva Zimbabwe believes in a third force, the youth, you and me. 1,900 ward seats, 210 parliament seats vacant in just 24 months. Instead of leaving it to mainstream political parties, what if we took the responsibility of our futures into our own hands? There is only one sustainable legal solution, and that is political organization. A youth political party that forms the new government in just 24 months. Why not? If not now, tell me when. If not us, then tell me who. Tell me who else understands our pain, our challenges, our dreams, and our ideas. Changirai, Mujuru? Which one can we trust with our futures? Do we not have a better Minister of Foreign Affairs out there? Do we not have a better Minister of Sports, Arts and Culture, Minister of Small Medium Enterprises? Who better to solve our judicial problems than us? Our infrastructure, public services, the culture, financial services sector. Who has better solutions than us? Land? None of us have it. Bond notes? None of us have the cash. Mines? None of us have them. We have been reduced to changing our dreams to fit this imprisoning environment. We are Zimbabweans. We lead. Everywhere we go, we lead. I am tired of being a follower. I want my country to lead again. It's time to look beyond the protests. We have to prepare and be better than this, tactically and operationally. The Youth Virgin Vote makes up 4.1 million votes versus 3 million from the last election. Only 9% of us voted in 2013. So whether you like to hear it or you don't, we did this to ourselves. I understand the skepticism about voter rigging, but can we have that conversation when we are at least registered? ZANU-PF can rig an election where they have 30 or 40% of the vote, but Nikuv can't help them when they have a 10% vote. Street protests are not going to stop the bond notes or create jobs for the graduates or change the culture in our government. Those bond notes are the last opportunity for ZANU-PF to loot. The retirement package and the algebra is basic. You print 200 million, 4 million people are employed. They withdraw $50 and the 200 million is gone. What do you do next? You start printing some more. And once you start printing, who's counting? The greatest pressure and protest we can apply as a generation is to vote for ourselves, not against ourselves. To turn to each other, not against each other. It begins with making sure your name is on the voters' roll. If you do not believe me, let me take you through precedents. Libya, Tunisia, Egypt, Greece went through revolutions recently. The youth protested. The government changed. The problems for the youth doubled. Because after the protest always comes one thing: elections. And that game, my friends, is played by politicians. I'm asking you to join Viva Zimbabwe. This is the harder path, I know. And I know it's not for everyone, but there is someone who is hearing me, ready to lead in your constituency, in your ward, government department, diplomatic posting, and contribute your ideas to building a Zimbabwe that is fit for all who live in it. This is not about me. It never was. I'm not running for political office in the next election. I don't even need to lead Viva Zimbabwe. You can come and lead it. Instead, Play your part. Start by sharing this video, then like the page to find out where you can register to vote. Register and get your friends to do the same. If you don't believe it can be done, get out of the way for those of us who believe it can. It's only 24 months and preparation is everything. How you vote or not is what will decide if we will turn our aspirations to tangibles or we will aspire until we expire.